Hello and welcome back to the Time Sweeps podcast. I'm Connor.
I'm what?
And I'm Gary, and this week we're going to be telling some tall tales.
Hear it.
And a boom.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry. That was building up for a second.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Got it. Canada?
Colorado? Sound just materializes.
It's like that old noise
What
from
did you
Vine
say?
and early TikTok. Wow.
Alrighty, so
Wow.
and we are back. So this week we're deciding to go have a little bit of fun with this podcast. So the thing we're doing today, it's kind of like Markiplier.
I twitched and I could tell that he was waiting to do like the thing where he goes just like,
Oh, gotcha. Alrighty, so basically this week, if you've ever listened to Markiplier
distractible.
podcast Distractible, similar concept. So, but we're bringing a twist. So basically, we're either bullshitting or actually telling the truth. It's two truths and a lie, but only one truth and one lie.
I feel like
Or
we know
like-
each other too well, though. Like, I've told you guys most of my stories.
Yeah,
Every so often you do pull out one that is new.
yeah. You'd probably have to
That's-
go to like one that you're young.
Because there's some things that
You can
like,
also play
I still
Five
don't-
Things. Have you ever played that game? It's an improv game.
Elaborate just a little more.
It's I learned about the game from Markiplier. It was way back when they were on tour. I was like the five things that you would say in the bedroom or something like that. It's a really funny video. You should watch it.
So like,
But like that's like something else we can do to this episode.
I'm up for that.
We can call this episode "Stealing from Ideas from Markiplier."
Yeah, there we go.
hey,
Stealing from
Stealing from Markiplier.
famous
Ooh,
rich
it's-
A-list YouTuber.
Tunis, Tunis.
So that's the joke. Once we reach 365 episodes, we're deleting the channel.
Silence. No, we're not.
Tunis Taunus.
Tick, 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 tick.
No, it's talk,
tick,
talk,
tick.
talk.
I'm gonna make a
talk.
video for like 365 days. I'm gonna make a thing that I upload a video of me making monkey noises. I'm gonna call it Simper Simius.
We are coming up on a
Forever
year.
ape. It's
of
true.
Episodes.
We'll be coming up on a year soon, and maybe we'll have a live stream for it.
Our
Maybe
52nd episode will be a year, right?
technically, it'd be more like 53rd.
I think it'd be like our 51st
54th.
because we've missed 1 week.
I was gonna say it'd be more like 54th because you got to add one because the very first episode came out when we were seniors, and then we missed a week for Comic-Con, so you're adding 2 more, so that way we've had a full year of making episodes.
Yeah.
So the 54th episode, we have officially made 1 episode for every week of the past year.
Crazy.
We're almost there, guys.
Wow.
We've almost
Wait, did
done
we check
this
the
for a
framing
year.
for me?
Oh, no, we didn't.
You want to double check that? On the TV, it looks
Scared.
okay. It looks like Connor might be slightly out of frame from here. There's a reflection of the phone on a TV behind it right now. Simper Simius.
Better. Okay, cool.
Always ape.
Always try to put the camera on Wyatt's side so that he's not, so that this wall isn't always on frame. And
No matter what happens, I always end up in this weird framing, like when it actually goes to YouTube, and I'm like twice the size of normal. It's like I'm stretched. It's not like how they say like, oh, the
Well,
camera adds
we're-
10 pounds. It's like it added 2 feet.
well, like it's because it's on the 0.5. It's like on the wide angle, so
I'm on the edge of the frame. I am the angle.
it would be the more ideal
the
situation would be if the camera was farther back, but it's like literally right up against the couch, and so we can't do that.
We'll get there soon.
Who's telling this first story? Should we
Alrighty.
just go
Alright,
this way?
Yeah, do you want to elaborate? We want to do 2 true stories and 1 lie? Or
No,
2
we
lies
just want,
and 1
we
truth?
just want to.
How
we
long
just
does
wanna,
the story have
We
to
just
be?
want to tell a single story, each of us,
Okay.
and the other 2 have to tell if it's real or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And like, we digging deep today, folks.
Okay.
And like,
I can do it.
and if it's like embarrassing, we can change a name of someone.
Oh yeah, no. I feel like for
don't
certain
use real
stories,
names.
yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
have
we're
to
not gonna
change
use real
names
names.
unless it's like if it's negative, then we'll change names or
Yeah.
family.
Or family.
Yeah, like if
Family
it's like something embarrassing.
about another person.
Yeah.
I totally saw why.
I
mean,
Becky
Becky.
crapped out.
It was a dude though, so
Dude, Becky.
Dude Becky.
William Beckett.
Decky. Dude, Becky.
Deku.
Deku. I watched him crap out the side of his shorts.
I watched him fall down the stairs.
So I guess I'll start. With my
It was funny.
I'll start with my first story. So like when was it? It was like 5th grade, right?
Okay.
So I was sitting next to this girl. I can't remember. I don't know if you guys remember this girl, but she was like, one of those like really loud girls that ate a bunch of hot Cheetos.
Yep. I'm just going to say I probably
was, like-
remember. I can
She
remember
was like
several.
she was like really short.
Yep. I know her.
You know who
I know.
who I'm talking
I know
about.
that person.
So
What year again?
like 5th grade.
Yep.
You know exactly.
I know who
I'm
you're talking about.
So like basically one time we were sitting like and doing like math and stuff, and I just look over to her and like just because she was doing something weird, I looked over and she's eating yogurt, but not like in the way that you conventionally eat yogurt. She had like squeezed her Go-Gurt out into the desk, right? Into the compartment of the desk, and she was like swigging her finger and eating it, and I was just like, and she just looked at me, and our eyes connected, and she did. I was
For all the germs.
What? Yeah, in a elementary school desk compartment. There was probably germs that could have caused a pandemic before COVID in there.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
no.
The things that make pink eye.
Yes.
Poop.
Pencil lead. Eraser shavings.
Poop.
Probably shit, yeah.
Dude,
I was like,
this is the kind
And, like,
of person that calls the teacher that when they can't remember the teacher's name, Miss Teacher.
yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Miss Teacher.
Yeah.
But like, she was just like, she was like, what?
Even
I
though
was
it'll be like
I was
halfway
like,
through the
you're-
year.
I was like, you're eating
Why?
yogurt
Off of
out of your
Yeah,
that's gross. And
that's
she's
where it
just
becomes
like-
not just off of the desk, from inside the desk.
And she just was looking at me. She's like, "So what? What's your problem?" I'm like, "My problem is that's gross."
You're sticking your
Like-
finger in yogurt
And
and
she's like,
eating it off of the
I-
inside of a
she's
desk.
just like, "What are you gonna do about it?" I'm like,
Get a
I don't
squirt
know.
bottle.
Looking back
Get a
on like
hazmat
how
team?
people talked in 5th grade, I'm like, bro, that's so cringe. Like I would kick those children's butts.
Just walk up to him and it's like, say it again.
like as I was turning in my not it wasn't a test. It was like a worksheet that we did all together. She was like, the teacher was doing like participation for it. I wrote it on a note. Check so and so's desk. It's kind of gross on there, so that I
An
wouldn't have
anonymous
to
tip
deal with that
to the police.
when we got back from recess.
You
And
snitch.
then like the teacher pulled me aside and she was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. That was gross." I'm like, It
It was
like,
close.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah,
think
was
I
very
feel
close.
watching it?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of traumatized from that.
Henceforth, I shall never eat a Go-Gurt again.
All right, so
I've been
that's the end of that's the end
traumatized.
of story number 1 for me.
Well, I'm gonna say true.
Yeah, that sounds. It sounds familiar enough to be believable.
Okay.
Because
Probably because I complained about it to y'all when I got out to recess.
That's
yeah,
that's
it's
the thing
real.
about it.
I was just like, it was just so. I was trying to dig deep and like go from like so long ago that you might not remember.
Yeah, I don't remember that story.
Oh my
so
god, it was disgusting.
It's
that's
hilarious.
crazy.
Just to stick it in.
Yeah, she's just like she look. Our eye.
Yummy.
Like this is kind of like part of the reason why I have issues with eye contact a lot of times, but
That didn't help.
Part of this didn't help. It's like this awkward situation was like, I was like,
I've started
Why?
making eye contact with people instead of fake laughing at their jokes.
when they say like a crappy joke,
Just like instead of doing that, it's just
Alrighty. So yeah, mine was true.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, that'd be wild. That'd be wild to make up.
it's
I saw this
too
fucking little
specific.
child eat yogurt with their finger out of their desk.
I don't know. I've been pretty good with my fucking improv, so.
Friggin'
Friggin'.
improv.
As opposed to
All right,
regular
I'm
improv.
leaving. Bye.
All right. I have my story. I think I know.
Do you have your story?
I think I know what story.
Do you
I'm
have
gonna
your story?
Yeah, is it fabricated or is it?
Is it fictional? Is it impish or admirable?
Is it fictional or is it fact?
Is it fictional or is it non-fictional? Why did they do that?
What?
Made non-fiction. Like, why did, like, fiction... Well, like, I get, like, what fiction is. But, like, when they were, like, making up words, they're like, hey,
Nonfiction.
let's throw little children for a loop here. Let's throw children who don't know what fiction means for a loop here. Like,
I feel like the context should be able for
when
them
I was
to
a
figure
child,
out.
like, in kindergarten, I was like, hey,
Okay,
yo,
yeah, kindergarten.
non-fiction means it's not real because I didn't know what fiction meant. And fiction, since it doesn't have non in front of it, means it's not. It means it isn't real.
Which I think that's a fair estimate.
That's
for, like,
sound
a child
logic
to make.
for like
Yeah,
a child,
for, like,
right?
child.
For like a 5-year-old child, that's sound logic. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about how I'm illiterate, or was, or still am. Maybe
It's
What?
just it changes over time.
Yeah.
There's
sad.
one day out of every month Gary's not able to read.
Yeah. Sad.
It gets really awkward sometimes. We need a doctor.
You.
We're sending him text messages and he just has to respond with voicemails. Please tell me what you said.
Send me voice memos. Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, here's my story. So when I was about, I don't know, it was middle school age. So because you remember how I used to go up to New York a bunch, like every
Yeah.
summer I go to New York. So one time, my grandparents at the time were had that store, like a cellar door, right, on their house. It was an old house. And one night it was storming up there in Buffalo. It was storming real hard, and freaking every time thunder cracks, I hear like a big metal clang outside. Bang.
My water bottle.
And I'm like, what the heck is that? That was kind of funny, like
The clanging
yeah.
noise.
So I go and wake up Kirsten. I'm like, hey, do you listen for a second? Like, I'm like, and I'm freaked out because like horror movies have messed me up, and I'm like young, like 11, 12, 13 age. Like, so I'm like, yo, listen for a second. Lightning cracks, and then thunder, and then clank. I'm like, bro, what is that? So Kirsten goes and opens the window and look outside, and there's just they're like, so here's the window and here's the storm cellar. So like we're parallel with it, and she just looks out there and lightning lights up the outside again, and she just closes the window and goes and lays in the bed and be like, lay down. And next time lightning strikes, we just see a silhouette on the wall. I swear. And I just run out. I'm like, no, nope,
Not doing it.
I go wake up my stepdad, and I'm like, yo. And he goes
Like big, tall, and gruesome's outside.
he goes outside, like he freaking no fear goes outside and walks outside, and like,
Just like that.
yep, just like that. And I'm just like standing there, just close the door, lock it. Find him. I'm like, nope. Michael Myers is not killing me.
He's gonna die.
So my mom is awake, obviously, and she kind of tells me to go back to my room, and she unlocks the door and like stands there with it open like a maniac. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what? And so we go out there. My stepdad doesn't see anything, so we go out there the next morning, and the lock that was on the storm cellar is like one hit away from being popped open on the storm cellar. So he was like almost there. And like the only reason I heard it because I was up watching Captain Sparkles.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Impish or admirable?
I mean,
It sounds real enough, however.
but we've
I-
never heard this story.
Yeah. Although, like I said, there's a lot of... I didn't know he went to New York that often until rather recently.
Yeah.
So for content, I want to say it's real.
Okay.
I want to be told that I'm stupid
I mean, just so that I'm not
because
agreeing with
I enjoy the
everyone,
story though. I like it.
Just so that
It's entertaining.
I don't have to be Switzerland today. I'm gonna say false.
Okay. So, answer coming to you after. I'm just kidding.
After the commercial break.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
So it is false. It's not a real story. It's just this scary story I heard once, and I modified it to be my own scary story. I've been known to tell it around fires. I've been known to tell small children the story to scare them.
Oh yes.
But yeah, it's fake. It's a fake story. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like it seems real. Though,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Like,
it's enough to
It
it.
seems real enough.
like it's just a scary little.
Because to me, the part that's just like that sounds real is because like there's obviously windows.
Right.
So why wouldn't you try a window first?
What kind of tipped me off was the fact that like, I don't think Kirsten was living with you at that point.
Did she go up to New York with us?
Did she go with
Yeah.
Okay.
She was living with us at that point because she didn't move out until like 8th grade.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because she was like turning 20. Believe that? Like she's our age. She was our age now.
Well,
Haha! The world is screwing us. Woo!
I was gonna say it's only gotten worse.
Oh yeah.
Well, she did go to like the smallest town in Missouri, basically.
That
Not
does
the
help.
smallest town, but like a really small town. Like,
Was it Frankenstein, Missouri?
No.
Dang. Let's go to Frankenstein, Missouri.
Was it Missouri City, Missouri?
It was Missouri. It was Hollywood, Missouri.
Oh.
No,
oh,
it wasn't.
Oh.
I'm just
There
that
actually
exists.
is a Hollywood.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that exists.
Like Frankenstein, Missouri. I'm not over that. That's a real place.
Missouri City, Missouri is small.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well,
So
Jordan's graduating class is like less than 20 people.
You're shitting me.
Where
I
was he
swear.
from again? Or area wise?
Like the boot heel. of Missouri.
Gotcha.
Boot heel.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, not very many people. Like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like we had 600 graduating.
Is that
we
what it
did.
was? I thought it
Yeah.
was slightly less than that.
Well,
Probably like 5 something.
we
but like,
had a lot more because everyone graduated.
That's true. The world will be met with a new unleashed of madness at one point in the future.
All right. So Wyatt, it's your turn.
man.
So this is around Halloween, 7th grade, because I was dressed in my Men in Black costume,
All righty.
and my buttons had to be this. The buttons are the important part of the story.
All right.
And for context, we were going to Union Station,
Okay.
and I don't remember what my brother's costume was that year. Not related to Men in Black at all.
Okay.
So I remember that much. But
Men in white.
Men in White,
Yeah, that's
like
what it
from
was.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah.
My nose is bothering me.
Man in yellow.
But we also took fun pictures down there because they had like this bug exhibit at Union Station. So there was like a giant bug in front of Union Station. I
Yeah.
think it was a giant bee. But I had like my little glasses, my black suit, and the mine eraser neuralizer. And it was made out of a flashlight so we could actually click it on and off really fast. But we're in line to go into Science City for like this Halloween event that they have.
Yeah.
And they'll even have like a little contest. I remember that specifically because I didn't enter that because I was like, why am I going to enter this? I'm dressed as a Men in Black. I'm literally just some kid with a white shirt, a black suit setup, and some glasses. Like, no one's going to be like, oh yeah, 13-year-old dressed like Men in Black. No one's going to do that. Yeah?
Oh.
All right.
Oh my god.
So
They
at
can
that
see
point,
it, it's fine.
we're in line, and I'm trying to mess with my jacket. I don't remember what my mom was doing. Logan's standing there with me, and then he eventually walked over to Mom. She was doing something at a bench with her camera, and I fidget with crap,
Mm-hmm.
especially if I'm told to stand in one place, because I get bored, and I didn't have a phone yet.
Oh, I think I know this story.
So my shirt jacket, or suit jacket, whatever you want to call it, I'm like messing with it and like messing with the buttons, and eventually a button just pops off, and it goes rolling. And instead of standing there, I go chasing it. And this old lady picks it up. She says, I'll remember you. And she like held it and like waved it in her hand. Like, it was weird. I remember it being very awkward, and I didn't like, run off. I more like walked backwards and she just kind of like looked at me with this stern old lady face, and I was like, okay, crazy, you can keep the button. I thought you were going to be nice and hand it back to me. Nope, you're just going to be, I'll remember you. It's like, why?
Why?
It's a button, ma'am. Is you have a problem. Is you have a problem.
You have a problem. Is you okay? Is you good? Because I'd like to know.
Because I remember that specifically was just her being weird about it. It's like, I don't understand why.
Have you ever seen
To
that
this day.
woman again?
No. So I'm really hoping she remembers me, though.
What if she died?
That's real.
Well, she took my button.
That's real.
I'll take it back.
I
I'll dig.
I remember how pissed
I'll
off.
dig.
I remember how pissed off you were.
Because it was
Coming back to
stupid.
school.
That's
That's
real.
real.
Yeah.
That's real.
That is real.
That's real.
It's still weird to me to this day that
I remember you came
I'll
back.
remember you.
I
It's
remember
like,
you came back after Halloween, and you were like, "Connor, this weird shit happened to me." I'm
it's like, she
okay.
took my button.
And I was like, "So this old lady like took my button." I'm like,
It was
"All right."
weird. I will not chill. Microphone.
Chill. Topping out.
No.
Took my button. Scooty button down.
Get up down. I love those videos.
All right.
You're going to Brazil.
I have like a horrible headache, and I'm just laughing and making loud noises and making it worse for myself.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
So is it time to go back around the circle?
I guess so. What? So when did we start the episode? Because we're at 32 minutes already, and that doesn't seem right. Like, did we talk for like
We
15
talked for a
minutes?
while.
We did.
Okay.
Whatever. After I go, skra. That's after the intro. I know that. So there's a loud peak after the intro.
Skra.
All right. So, God, what am I gonna say? I had that one story out in the bag.
That one time I went paragliding in Uruguay and broke my legs.
You already told that
And then
story.
I had to come to high school in a wheelchair.
I want to go skydiving, but I think I'm too heavy for it.
I don't think that's how skydiving works.
Yeah, like I think you have to be like a 250.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
We'll figure
Anyway.
it out. We'll figure it out.
Shit.
My dad's been.
Oh, yeah. You've mentioned that, and I was like, no
Mhm.
way.
My dad's been. He went for his 21st birthday.
Skydiving. I don't know, like, imagining, because I don't know why I can't imagine him younger than any time I've ever seen him.
I mean,
So
he
it's just
looks the same. like, he looks
That
the
doesn't
same.
help the
He's
situation.
he's gotten more and more facial hair as time has gone on. When he was my age in 20 and 21, like no facial hair. Then he got a goatee, and now he has a beard.
So I'm just imagining, like, what he looks like now,
I
though,
know-
is
I
the
know,
problem.
I know
Just
what story I'm gonna tell.
in a suit.
I really hope I haven't
Suit.
told this one to you
Like the
guys
suits
yet.
they wear, like the jumpsuits.
Oh yeah.
I really hope I haven't told you this one to you guys yet. So like at the first, I'm sorry, the
Smack him
so
in the
like,
face with it.
I didn't mean to.
whenever
do
I
that.
started
apologize.
whenever I started
You hit
working
my son.
at insert office supply store name here, I was I hadn't closed yet, and whenever school started, obviously I couldn't really open during the week, so I took closing shifts. So my first closing shift, right? Everything was fine. Everything went smoothly, up until like we were leaving and locking up. As I was walking to my car from like everyone, there was this like homeless dude who looked kind of cracked out.
Aggressive.
Aggressively cracked out. Was walking and like he was
Tweaked to
he
the
was
max.
looking at me. He's like, "Hey, why'd you call me Cholo?" I'm like,
It
I'm like,
rain in Cholo?
I'm like, sir, I didn't call you anything, and if I were to call you anything, I wouldn't call you Cholo, because this dude was like,
I call you crackhead.
this was an old
I
like,
call you a
this is
damn
like
tweaker.
I don't know if he was old. He was old looking because
Yeah, Lord knows what he's done.
he was
Put it in.
yeah,
Put the money in the bag.
like he.
Crack
Like I
in
wouldn't
my
have
veins.
called him a cholo because he was like pale white and not wearing any cholo attire whatsoever, and also I wouldn't call anyone.
That's
that.
that's not the thing you just.
That's not a thing you just call someone.
You don't just go for it. That's not how that works.
What if he was seeing a giant armadillo next to you?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
he was like, I was like,
It's like Rango.
I just like put my key. And I was like, I'm like, I didn't call you anything, sir. He's like, are we good? Or are we gonna have some problems? I'm like, I'm just walking to my car, man. I'm not trying to start anything.
Are we going to have problems?
Are we good? I'm like, he's like, I'm not gonna. Well, I'm like, I'm not gonna start anything with you. No, I'm not. And he starts and he like turns slightly, and then like,
Never turn your back on an enemy.
then he's like,
I need a soup
my
stone.
boss, like, well, not my boss, my supervisor honks at him, and then he just runs off.
Like a possum. It's just, here's a car horn.
Like,
Oh God.
and she's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." I thank you, and she's like, "You're fine." If he came any closer, I had my gun on me. I'm like, "All right."
Dang! God! Stay away from my child, man!
I was like, "All right." And
Touch the boy, you die!
and at the time, and this supervisor, she's no longer with the company anymore. She was like here on me, and I'm like, I mean, it's probably good.
Hey,
to
respect,
carry.
though.
I'm like,
Yeah,
it's probably
respect.
good you carry one. Of
I'd
course.
say I like to think it's just a desert eagle.
Oh my God, dude! I would
Just-
love to see that. Just like someone who's like 4'10", just
Pull out a desert eagle. 44 Magnum revolver, full
But yeah,
Dirty
like
Harry
that-
style.
That
The 44 Magnum.
like
His is more specific, though.
closing, like where I work can be a little. I mean, it's fine most nights, but like sometimes there are some people that like we stay inside for a minute, and like there's all. I'm gonna wait another little bit before, because this is just one story. So
I was gonna say there's another story with
there's a few.
the tweakers,
The tweakers go wild.
the tweakening.
All right. So is it real or fake?
Night of the Living Tweakers.
I'm gonna say that you had a situation similar, but it was not real.
See, it sounds similar to something I remember you saying, but not exact. So
Like
I almost wanna-
have a feeling there's elements of the story that are true,
right.
but the story itself is not.
I'm agreeing with Gary.
She didn't honk.
That's what it is.
Mm.
She didn't honk.
She just put her gun up out the window.
No, she-
Gah, gah, gah!
no,
Three
no,
shots
no.
into the
So
air.
like, how it actually went is like, he was like, we gonna have any problems? I'm like,
So we were right.
I was like,
Technically.
dude, I don't even know you. He's like, all right, and just walked away.
Dang. Bam.
She's like, she did say, you good? If he would have come up on you, I'd had my gun. Yeah, but
Twist is it's
she
the old
didn't
lady.
honk. I modified it just slightly to see.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Man.
So we knew something was different.
Big
Yeah.
brain. Big brain.
Gray.
Because I knew I told you guys before, but like I just didn't want to. I wanted to change it
I
up,
had to
so I
alter
wasn't
it enough
just,
to be
Yeah, I just wanted to
confuse
change
the
it.
monkey brain.
Yeah. I wanted to see if y'all caught it. All right.
Well,
Oh,
I
crap.
don't think I've ever heard that story before.
Really?
Or I don't remember it.
I've got two different stories that I'm thinking of now. Crap.
I don't know what story to tell now. I told my only good stories.
You want to cut to commercial?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm going to keep saying that until I'm allowed to just start shouting random fake commercial ads.
Yo,
Well, hopefully, eventually, we can have a real ad.
I'm
one
gonna
day.
make some fake ads now,
Just flash it across the screen.
dude.
We could do stuff like kitchen gun. Kitchen gun! Bang, bang, bang!
Let's do it.
It's just like his clean sink.
I want to do
puts
fake
bullet
car
holes
wash
in
Bang,
ads.
bang, bang!
What time is it?
It's 4:25.
4:25. Okay.
We're at 40 minutes.
Let's tell another story.
And back. So I don't know what story I'm gonna tell. Oh, I gotta do some hardcore thinking right now.
I think I started recording at like 3:40. So
Okay. Okay. So, up in Smithville, you know, where I be sometimes. So we were out having a fire, like a big old fire, Like my neighbor has a big old brush pile that he like builds up basically all year, and then he lights it all on fire at the same time. The fire is usually taller than his house, and his house is up a hill. And it's still taller. It's still taller than. It's still taller than. Like I'm like, bro, you probably need to get permission from like the fire marshal or the airport to like make sure that you're not like
From God.
like. But no,
Pray for forgiveness.
That's kind of an exaggeration, but it does get. I mean, it gets way taller than me though, like for sure. But like, probably like 10 feet high. Like
That's still pretty
Yeah.
fire.
Shit.
no, like it's
Taller than
huge,
some
and it's
trees.
like friggin' like super wide
big
too.
fire.
Like it's huge. So one
like-
time,
Like the freaking
we had a.
Guy Fawkes Day.
So one time we saw a whole bunch of dogs running across the street. Well, we thought we were dogs. Freaking coyotes
Oh.
come running down towards us. And we're like, we're gonna have to fight some coyotes now, aren't we? Like, we're gonna have to fight some coyotes. Because, like, coyotes, they can be big, but most of them are, like, smaller than Zion.
And they're
Like,
usually pretty skinny.
Zion's bigger than coyotes.
They're kind of adorable.
So they come running down towards us, and they freaking sprint. Like, there's, like, felt like 100, but it was probably, like, 5 to 10. Like, it wasn't that many. And they jump this fence that's back there. The poop pond. The septic pond is back there. And they just jump this fence, like just the most elegant jump you'd ever seen. And then, freaking, no joke, a buck is chasing them. Like a buck.
Like they were
Like
trying
it's
to get
and
a
it's
fawn or something.
huge. And like my neighbor goes, man, I would have shot that thing if I had my gun on me. I'm like, dude, it's July.
You
Like,
get
felt-
arrested if you
He
did
felt
that.
threatened.
dude, this thing was big. It probably weighed like 280. Like it was a big old buck.
God dang. Free antlers.
It was probably 8. It wasn't a 10. It wasn't like a big, but it was big bodied, And then we're just like, that's all that we could think about for like the next, like, the rest of the night, obviously. But then like weeks prior, like, that was like the talk of the town. Like, freaking, I went to Come and Go, the one up there, like right out on that corner, and like she was like, did you hear about the freaking buck chasing the coyotes? And I was like, yeah, I was there. She was like, no, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, he's my neighbor. Like, the craziest shit, dude. Never would expect to see that in your life. Like,
Just one of those things.
oh, and then, oh no, I should, not that night, but later, like, I'll just throw it in because it's not a long enough story to tell by itself. But like, there was a dog breeder who had dogs crossbreeded with wolves, and 4 of them got out, and one was on our back porch. No shit, this thing was like that big. But yeah,
They're usually really nice, though.
one of them got pewed.
Well,
Sadly, out of the
Aw.
4.
that's what happens when they get out.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you crossbreed something. That
Yeah,
you're
when
not
you
supposed to
when you make
crossbreed.
something that looks like a werewolf.
I mean, like, it's literally like probably like 3'5"
things,
on
things
its.
get shot.
I mean, they're bigger than Caesar was.
Yeah.
And Caesar,
I want one.
I want a Great Dane.
What
I want a
happens
wolf
if you
dog.
cross a wolf?
Anyway,
with a corgi?
Impish or admirable? Was it true or not?
I believe it. It sounds
Yeah.
familiar. That's the thing. So I don't know if you got it from somewhere or if you're telling the truth. Because it sounds believable. Like I have heard it somewhere.
I don't know. It sounds like something like you.
Because I'm also trying to remember which neighbor that would be from the times I've seen your house. Give a
Oh,
description
yeah.
of the road.
It was Luke's house.
It's Luke's
Right
house?
across the street. Like, he has that gravel road that goes down the side. That's the road they came down
Okay.
behind his house.
All right.
He has that fenced-in part of his house, backyard, and then there's, like, probably another 20, 30
Because I remember
feet
seeing
behind.
something that looked like a brush pile when we were there. But that
Yeah.
doesn't always mean that my memory is right.
Yeah.
I'll believe it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it too.
I'm willing to go on it.
But you're smiling.
You're smiling
No.
too much.
No.
That was the most bullshit story I've ever told in my life. I've never told a story that was more fake.
Did you at least get it off of online?
No.
Because the part
I just
that,
made that whole premise up. The dogs are true.
the dogs are
wolf,
true.
The wolf dogs are true, but the whole deer thing, no. None
Because
of
that
it.
part sounds believable. Even the dog part does, but
The dog part is true.
right. That's what I'm saying. It's like that one just like
But because like my dad sends me a screenshot of our cameras there. There's just massive dogs standing on our porch. I'm like, that's a monster. Like, but no, the whole thing that I mean the fire part's true, but the whole like dog chasing coyotes, that's the most fake thing.
sounds believable to a
That's
certain
the
extent.
that's the most fake thing I've ever said in my life.
Are you sure about that?
Man, that reminds me of that time I was in the restaurant. It's a Family Guy bit. Is anyone here a doctor? And then he says what he says. Anyway,
So
your turn to tell the story.
I was trying to think of a few different stories that I might have, and one that struck out to me as like the most questionable in this case let me remember, because this was years ago. I'm trying to remember the exact age I was, because it was one of the family reunions in West Virginia.
story. Dun-dun-duns.
It wasn't when I was 14 or 13, so it had to be when I was 8, because that's how long it was between times of going to West Virginia at that time in my life.
West Virginia.
So I was about 8 years old, and I was with my cousin, and we're walking back. So everyone lives in a holler, and it's just kind of one road that kind of goes one way. You can fit 2 cars on it, kind of. And in some areas, you do not want to fit 2 cars on it because there's a ditch that just goes straight into a creek.
No.
Like you're
All the way down.
Yeah, no, like it's as deep as your truck is wide, so
Yeah.
you're dead.
Yeah.
Well, you aren't,
Bye.
but the car's not worth it anymore. Car is part of the creek.
The car is the
It
creek.
is
Used
for
to-
the
creek
streets.
used to have cars in it.
No.
Did they take it out?
Yeah, it was environmental hazard.
Oh yeah, of course.
They used to use car parts to like line the creek, and it would like keep the dirt up against it. They used them like fences, kind of a thing. Or at least that's the story I've been told. There's still lots of tires in there from like the 30s to like 10 years ago. So you'll find white walls that are no longer white, that kind of stuff.
I would have white walls on my car.
I found like a spoon that was really old one time in there. Not important. So we're going down the street. We were at my great aunt's house, and we were playing games until like after midnight. I think it was like 1 a.m. And my cousin's just like, if we hear something, we start running, because it's either going to be a car with their lights off or an animal that we can't fight. And I was like,
bear.
that was one of the things he thought. It was like, oh, it might be a bear. Like, there could legitimately be a bear, and what are we going to do? I have a pocket knife. What are we going to do? Fight a bear with a pocket knife? And I was
Yes.
because I was 8, and I was just like, I had the full capacity to be like, I'm going to fight God. That was the temperament I had as an 8-year-old. I was like, oh, animal comes out of the woods. Let's just go. Let's fight it. Let's go.
Let's go.
And eventually we started hearing noises, and it's like not that far of a distance from my mama's house to her sister's house, because one of her sisters lives right next door, but this one lives further up the street. Road, holler, whatever. Like across to the road, further up. And that's when we're about here. This is all trees right above us on this side. And we hear something rustling up there. So
Mountain lion.
no. We're like, what is that? So we start picking up the pace. It starts moving a little faster too. So finally we just start making loud noises, because that's one of the number one things you should do, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because whatever it is, it's probably not going to attack you. No, this bobcat
Dang.
jumps out and kind of just skitters across the road at that point, because it's just like, hold on, what's it gonna do to like 2 large? Like it wasn't gonna do jack to him. He's a grown man.
Have you seen that?
He's 18 years
Bobcats
older
are-
than me.
Yeah, there's
Well,
a video that went
but
viral.
they're not gonna hunt something that big.
There's
He
that
was looking at me.
video went viral of that woman getting attacked by one, and that guy just grabs it and throws it.
Because they're like heavy dogs. I mean, just
I mean, they're like,
Yeah.
they're like I don't know. They're probably
They'll sneak up on you.
right. Unless
I think
it's
they're rad.
real
Like,
crunchy.
bobcats are
Oh,
pretty cool. Yeah.
They're really fun. And it's like, I can describe the whole entire creek area too, if you want me to make this sound more of a believable to you. Because there is a part of the road where it gets low here. Like, here's the road. It dips down. There's a part you can stand on in the grass. And then it leads over to another grassy area that picks back up the other side of the holler, up to that side of the mountain.
I feel like I would have heard this story before, so I'm gonna say false. And if it is false, I'm gonna say it's inspired by that owl that swooped down on us at Connor's house.
I forgot about that. I keep messing with my water bottle trying to pick it up with my foot, and it's not working.
All right, I'm saying it's false.
Connor?
I'll say it's true, just to give you the benefit of the doubt.
feel like I would have
That's-
heard the story by now.
Would you have? What do we have?
Good question. Part of it actually is false.
This is the Bobcat part.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were totally walking down the street and we heard something, and to this day we don't know what it was. But it was
Chupacabra.
it very clearly started picking up
It's the
speed. when we
Mothman.
started picking up speed. That was the joke that we started making later, was that it was Mothman.
Well, it is West Virginia,
Right.
so
Today is West Virginia Day, by the way.
hey,
This is the day that it was founded in the 1860s. I don't remember what year it was. During the actual Civil War. 'Cause yeah.
yeah.
So last night you were before recording, obviously. Monday the 20th, June 20th. That is West Virginia Day, the day of its founding. The night before, you're supposed to lay out pepperoni rolls and Mountain Dew for Mothman.
Pepperoni rolls.
That's a thing in West Virginia. I don't know. It's like you take a pizza.
And Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. Everyone that's like, oh yeah, Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Mountain Lightning.
Yeah. And then of course pepperoni rolls. I don't know how to explain them. It's kind of just as it is. It's like you remember Bosco sticks?
Yeah.
It's like that kind of, but more like a roll.
Gross.
So it's like a pizza roll,
Mm.
but not a pizza roll. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like imagine a cinnamon roll but pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that.
Okay. I think we have time for one more story each.
Okay. Shit.
Or we can play 5 things for the last 10 minutes.
We could do that
We could
because
do
that would
5
be nice
things.
and fast, and probably we'll get something.
Yeah.
Content.
Okay, this point on, this is now 16 plus rated. So if you're younger than
Get
that, click
out.
off the video.
Logan, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, we're
Turn
looking
it
at you,
off.
little Wyatt.
You'll be in the house at the same time as me.
We
probably.
all hear him. Your teeth are blue.
Yeah.
Shut up, Gary. Your teeth are blue.
That's what you get for having a blue lightsaber.
Oh,
The stupidest
also,
thing.
Gary, did you see that clip I sent you of like the Bert Kreischer podcast where his
Yeah.
daughter was shooting dice
Yeah.
at school?
Yes, I
yeah.
did see that. Dude, if you look at his 2 daughters, Georgia, the older one, is like the embodiment of him, like looks just like him, and Isla, his younger one, looks just like his wife. Like it's like she looks like him, she looks like her. Like it's like they look like them. Like it's crazy. It's like they're their parents or something.
Oh my
It's
god!
like
holy
genetics
shit.
or something.
I can't believe that.
All right.
So you need to know the rules. It's not very hard once we get going.
Maybe just to go for it again because I'm
Okay,
not that smart.
so we all sing 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, and then we'll go down the line, and it'll be like Connor will be like 5 things that you eat during the morning time or something like that. But like I want to go like a little more silly. So then I have to list 5 things that you would eat in the morning, and then we'd sing 5 things again, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, and then I'd say something to you, and then you'd have to list something off, and then you to him, and then just go in a circle.
do we have to do the singing part?
I mean, we could speak it, but like it's part of the game.
I would have chanted
think
like
the
it's a
thing that-
Gregorian chant, like we're about to summon Cthulhu. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. Like the Ents marching in Lord of the Rings.
What?
Like the Ents marching in Lord of the Rings.
But yeah, it's fun. It's an improv game, so
So like one person, like you start the thing.
yeah,
One person says 5 things you have to do at dinner,
yeah,
and then you just go
yes,
from there.
yeah.
Do they have to be one-word things or like?
Yeah, like so, like breakfast time. It would be like, what's the 5 things you eat during breakfast? It'd be like pancakes. Yeah,
Maple
waffles.
sugar butter pancake goodness.
I forget. There's like,
I feel like there's probably more stipulations, but it feels like it's also going to be one of those things if you're just going to blank and you get laughed at.
yeah.
So that's what it's probably going to be.
All right, so
You can
And
start
how
off.
silly is silly? Never mind. I'll just go with it.
like 16 plus rated silly.
Gotcha. One of you's going to feel bad for the other after I say something.
Oh God. All right, so 5 things, 5 things, 5
5
things,
things,
5
5
things, 5 things.
Things.
So 5 things that you would scream in the bathroom.
Sweet Jesus, help me, Lord. Oh, baby. Help. Please help. I am on fire.
And 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things, 5 things.
Things.
And then you ask him something.
Burying a body.
What?
5 things you say while burying a body.
5 things you
okay.
say while
It doesn't have
burying
to.
a
You have to say things. It could be multiple things. But 5 things you'd say while burying a body.
Hey Wyatt, where'd you put the shovel?
Okay.
Damn it, Gary's fucking fucking heavy. Damn it. I'm sorry. You'll have to bleep that out. Which means you'll have to watch the whole thing while
No,
editing.
this is 16 plus after this point.
Oh, okay.
Let it fly.
It's far enough into the YouTube video that they're not going to say anything.
Let it fly.
Also,
You have 3 more.
Jesus, why does it smell so bad?
Okay.
Where the hell are we gonna hide this body?
1 more.
Shit. Shit.
Okay. 5 things.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things.
5 things you say while driving.
Get the fuck out of my way! Ah!
Just lake noises.
Let's see how many.
Yeah!
Let's see how many points I can get. Oh, there's a squirrel.
Makes the noise.
And good job, bud. Talking to bad drivers. 5 things.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things that you would do before you brush your teeth in the morning.
Cry. Wake up. Get out of bed. Use the bathroom. Take. Not finish that one. Take a shower.
Take a shower.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
While making dinner.
5 things while making dinner. 5 things I'd say while making dinner.
Yes.
Oh. Hey, Mom. How long do I put this in the microwave?
Facts.
How long did you say? 45 seconds? It's raw meat. I don't think that's gonna last long, or not. I don't think that's gonna do the job.
So far, this is pretty accurate.
And is that 5 or 4?
I think that's 4.
Okay, 1 more.
Pump it out.
Shit, I burned it.
Pump it out.
5 things.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things that you would put on pizza.
Pepperoni, sausage, cheese, garlic, onions. 5 things.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things you would scream out while smoking up the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce.
Ah! 1.
Where's the car?
2.
Dude, where's my car?
Not in the right order.
Dude, where's my
Like Scoob.
4.
I think there's a monster.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things. You scream while being chased by a monster.
Fuck. Well, that. Fuck.
She's very matter of fact about it. Just
1.
Shit, I should have went to the gym more.
2.
All I need to do is run faster than these 2 fools.
3.
Why the hell does this always happen to me?
4.
why did this happen to me?
Where's Scooby?
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 of your favorite curse words.
Fuck. Shit. Dick. Pussy. And
Drop it. No hesitation. Drop it. I feel like it's right there. Don't drop that one. Don't drop that one.
Ass. 5 things.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
5 things that you would scream while you're making love.
Hold on.
1.
That's my go-to. That's. There you go. That's the second one.
The water bottle.
Mary, Mother of God. 3. What is that? Call the police.
5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. And on that note, we are out of time for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you all so much for joining this week. Please make sure to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. There's a little bell that will show up once you do that. Make sure to click that and join us for more crazy
next week
things.
on Time Sweeps.
Wyatt, what's the secret word?
Secret word is police.
Secret word is police. Make sure you go down to the comments and type in police. That really helps us in the algorithm that we call YouTube. Or just comment in your favorite part of the episode. Timestamp it too. That would be cool.
All right.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.